From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, December the 22nd, 2022. We open with more on Israeli Prime Minister-designate Benjamin Netanyahu's announcement that he has succeeded in forming Israel's next government, its 37th, the details of which are still emerging. As we reported to you last night, with minutes to spare before last night's midnight deadline, Netanyahu called Israel's President Isaac Herzog, telling him, thanks to the enormous public support we received in the last elections, I was able to establish a government that will work for the benefit of all Israeli citizens. Netanyahu hasn't officially signed any coalition deals yet with other parties. He can do so up until 48 hours before the new government is sworn in, which is likely set to take place on January the 2nd. The American Jewish Committee was among the first Jewish organizations here in the U.S. to respond to the news, congratulating Netanyahu while also addressing concerns many have expressed about some far-right members of the new government. The AJC said it will continue to work closely with the Prime Minister and Israeli policymakers to help ensure that the inflammatory rhetoric that has been employed by some members of the governing coalition, rhetoric unrepresentative of Israel's democratic values, will not define the domestic and foreign policies of the new government, saying we firmly believe that the Jewish and democratic state of Israel will continue to embrace all Jews regardless of their beliefs or practice, that it will strive to live up to its promise of equality for all its citizens. The AJC also reaffirmed its commitment to Israel's security, to standing up to those who seek to delegitimize Israel, enhancing the deep bonds between Israeli and American Jews, expanding Israel's circle of peace, and amplifying the shared values that unite Israel, the United States, and our allies. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelenskyy landed in Washington yesterday and met with U.S. President Joe Biden. In a joint press conference, Biden noted the visit falling on the fourth night of Chanukah. Biden said, a time when Jewish people around the world, President Zelenskyy and many of the families among them, honor the timeless miracle of a small band of warriors fighting for their values and their freedom against a much larger foe. A story of survival and resilience that reminds us that light will always prevail over darkness. Biden reassuring the Ukrainian president that the American people have been with you every step of the way, and we will stay with you. The Jewish Agency for Israel shared record-breaking Aliyah news today, saying that nearly 70,000 Jews made Israel their home over the past year, the highest number of Olim, new immigrants, in 23 years, and 1 in 6 of those Olim came from Ukraine. CEO and President Dan Elbaum, in an article published yesterday on JNS, wrote of the united effort to rescue Jews in Ukraine and to help them resettle in Israel. The American Jewish community and the Israeli government, he wrote, Orthodox and Reform groups and different Jewish organizations that compete for financial resources, every one of them worked together with a single-minded devotion to the goal of saving lives. Together, we embodied the Talmudic saying that all Jews are responsible for one another. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, December the 22nd at 7 o'clock, it's Talmud study. At 7:30, it's the Dershow. At 8, a concert from the all-female Middle Eastern Jewish ensemble, Divahn. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with culinary star Gil Hovav on the Chaim. At 10, conversations with the late Fyvush Finkle, who lights the 5th candle of Chanukah. And coming up next, it's the ILTV's Insider. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, December the 22nd, 2022. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well. Happy Chanukah and an early Shabbat Shalom. And to our viewers celebrating, Merry Christmas. Micah Halpern will be here with your news update on Tuesday. I will be back on Wednesday. Be well.